warning, the following video contains spoilers for the FNAF series. If the FNAF series had feasible lore that only MadPat could solve, but technically, if there is something you don't want to know, I might accidentally cover it here. Not intentionally, none of that. So, yeah. And second warning, there are, 2 jump scares in this video. Maybe. Depends what you count as a jump scare. But there are at least 2 jump scares in the video. So if you don't like jump scares, or things going on screen like then click off. I appreciate support anyway by clicking on this random video. Which also means you have to be subscribed. Because of COPA. Why? Oh, also, just so you know, I'm not counting FNAF World or FNAF AR in this list. I actually really love FNAF World, but I did not include it. And at the time of recording this, FNAF AR has not yet released. It might change by the time I have to upload this video. But that's another quick disclaimer.
Oh.
The FNAF series is a beautiful series full of murder, more murder, haunted Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. Okay, mostly murder, but I actually adore the FNAF series and have wanted to do this video for a while now. So it's finally time to, as I descend, make a retrospective. Cut. Hello and welcome to what I'm going to call the FNAF retrospective. We'll be talking about each FNAF game, not too in-depth since we have a lot to cover, but decently in-depth. FNAF 1 is not the strongest in the series, as it lacks a lot of visual flair that future games have, but I will give the game this. It, for a first game in a series, mastered what the FNAF series is now with its camera style gameplay. It's already mastered that, and that's incredible. That the first game, which was supposed to be Scott's last game, just goes, masters the formula, gets super popular, and then just, wow! And since I don't have much more to say about this game, I want to say this much. FNAF World I did not include, despite it being personally my second favorite FNAF game of all time, because I'm just including the main series before AR. So, that's pretty much all I have to say. Obviously, I will definitely talk about FNAF World if I'm able to before the channel has to die.
Action.
Hello. You might have noticed, that the FNAF series is quite interesting, to say the least. And there are a few people crazy enough to try solving the lore. FNAF 1 started off pretty simple. Back up. But it gets a lot more crazy when you add FNAF 2 to the mix and actually introduce the killer. So before the power goes out, let's head to the FNAF 2 office. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a game that mastered the formula. With its creepy atmosphere, yet oddly cute animatronics that to this day could still give someone a scare, even if they played the newer FNAF games. Because unlike the original animatronics, they're just lifeless. They have nothing in them. Nothing to gain, nothing to care. Even if they're still haunted, they're emotionless. They don't display anything. They just stare and smile. Like the original animatronics, I can at least get a convention of emotion from them. Like, in this game, they have emotion, but it's just eerie. The flashlight was definitely a nice addition. And again, it mastered the formula by the second game. Now, I said it mastered the formula in the first game. Not quite is what I meant. I just suck at saying words properly.
And action.
I'm gonna be honest. FNAF 2 was my favorite game in the entire series back when the games first came out. My opinion has heavily changed. As you could probably tell, I was a bit more critical on FNAF 2 than I would have been a few years ago. It definitely has a lot of promise, and sadly, I really don't think any future FNAF game properly delivered on this formula. As after this game, the formula changed really heavily. To the extent where the formula is so different in the newer games, even to the extent of FNAF 3, it's hard to say. So, I'm gonna be honest. Let's, I guess, talk about the future games. Zoom in on the tablet. Any second now. Wait for it. Give it a second. Oh, FNAF 3. FNAF 3. The worst game in the entire series, I would have said, before another game in the series came out. But FNAF 3 flaws end up coming from just the fact they tried something new. I'm not mad at Scott for doing that. Like, again, my second favorite FNAF game of all time is World. And I'll be 1000% honest. I'll definitely be streaming that game if my channel's still around. So, honestly, it's just slow at parts. What am I kidding? There's too many jump scares because of the phantoms that don't even kill you. And only one animatronic that can really kill you. It's just like, there's nothing in the game worth mentioning. It's really weak.
Action.
With FNAF 3, there really is only one animatronic attacking you, which, it's a flaw. And obviously, as you can probably tell by what I just said, the flaw is a pretty big one in my personal opinion. But, it's one big flaw over, honestly, the weakest out of the original trilogy. But it's still a fantastic game, But it was my least favorite game in the series earlier on, and I still hold that statement very true until FNAF 4 came out. So, I guess we have to put this behind us and hope I don't get jump scared by a phantom. Ah! Unlike FNAF 3, this game is not weak. It's just horrifying. Great job, recorder. One sec. I'm talking about FNAF 4, and for some reason the video didn't record. That's great. It's my least favorite FNAF game of all time. That's just because it's too spooky for me. Too spoopy for me. It's not a bad game. Not in the slightest. It's just too scary.
Action.
Okay, there is nothing under the bed trying to kill us. That's a promising sign. I hope. Actually, wait a second. This room, where the hell would the closet be? Oh god, where's the closet? Are we sure we should open this? Or will I get jump scared again? Ah! Get it off of me! God. FNAF Sister Location. It's honestly a bad game. Because, again, they tried something new that didn't work. Their idea of the shift mechanic, which is technically developed in the next game in the series, didn't work in Sister Location. It's just a bunch of odd jobs. Like, they could have kept this idea with the controlled shocks and moving back and forth between their two rooms. But they change it up almost every night. And not like, oh, here's a new animatronic. No, here's a completely different room. It had so much potential. But getting in every night is slow. And your chores are slow. It just feels slow and kind of like the awkward teenage phase of FNAF games.
Action.
Sister Location was honestly quite unique. Like, look at my dad's Marvel Funko Pops. Hawk's the only one that's been out of a box, which you can tell. So think of these as the original FNAF series, 1 through 4, and this as Sister Location. You can notice there's something different, but it still follows the same formula. It's honestly pretty weak, but definitely not as weak as FNAF 4, as that thing was horrifying. I should probably stop carrying this on me, judging by the fact I keep getting jump scared. But the point is, at least I'm not trapped in a spring lock suit. Right? Given we are yet to cover FNAF 6, which is one of the most lore-heavy games in the series. So, I'm gonna put this guy down and let's head to the show. Oh, yes, we finally get to talk about FNAF 6. My, honestly, third favorite FNAF game in the entire series. And it's a good reason. The night mode is really fun, and honestly, so is the day shift mode. It expanded on Sister Location's chore idea by making it better, and this game was a lore dump. I don't care about the lore personally, but that lore dump definitely deserves to be mentioned. The mini games are amazing. The day mode is amazing. The chore mode's amazing. It's really fun.
Action.
Why do I speak? I'm stuck in a spring lock suit. Look, given this is probably not the appropriate skit to be doing for this game, as it's about building a pizzeria, but it's also just as appropriate considering the FNAF series' first pizzerias, chronologically, started out with people literally wearing suits. Why? Oh god, I'm moving too much. I'm gonna die. So, I'm gonna walk over here so you guys don't have to see a gruesome bloody pile. FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. I don't have much to say other than you die really fast. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go forward to when I start the night. I'm gonna, as soon as I get jump scared here, we have to stop this recording. Ultimate Custom Night with its 50 animatronics has so much to do. It's absurd. There's so many different mechanics that each animatronic has that you must master. If you're wondering why I'm speaking so fast, it's because I already told you. But its animatronics makes it extremely unique. And is that the wolf poster? It has like 5 or so different offices you can explore, which also gives the game more uniqueness to it. There are some animatronics which are a bit flawed. And I got jump scared.
Action.
In FNAF 7, a bunch of familiar and not so familiar foes are trying to kill you. Which one of you two is gonna jump scare me? It's gonna be you, isn't it, Bonnie Plushie? You jump scare me every time I do anything wrong. There. But the point is, FNAF 7 is very interesting. So, before you jump scare me, I'm gonna put you down. You look kind of friendly. Ah! Not again! Ah, yes. FNAF VR. The game that is, by far, the hardest for me to play. It is honestly my favorite FNAF game. I say it's the hardest to play and also get footage for, because it's on this little guy, the Oculus Rift, which means it's hard to get footage for because my computer struggles doing this twice, as well as the fact it's the hardest to play because the Oculus hates working. Note, I have an Oculus Rift S, which is the glitchier model, but it's the newer one, and the one that was for sale on Oculus's website. So, it's not the game's fault in the slightest. It's the fact I'm playing it on Oculus, and it would probably work amazingly on a PSVR. See? Even past me agrees. So, I love the recreations of the first 5 FNAF games. The DLC is so fun. My least favorite thing is that one tape in the prize corner, which I can't show you because it's off frame, but it is literally 2 inches out of my reach if I tried to walk over to it. It's not my cord, it is literally inside my wall. Sorry, that tape drives me nuts, but FNAF VR is the best FNAF game I have ever played. There's a reason it's my favorite, but FNAF World definitely is up there. And, you know what? Gonna be doing a lot of streams in December instead of uploads. So, there should hopefully be a stream schedule in the description of this video, if I remember.
Action.
FNAF VR Help Wanted is the most recent installment in the FNAF series. And honestly, my personal favorite of all time. Okay, I think my nose has grown. But the jump scares are even more scary because you're in a VR headset. Yeah, I'm not wearing this for the rest of the recording. So, but it's just as fun. And the Curse of Dreadbear DLC is by far the best paid add-on the FNAF series has. So, don't get jump scared by this. Get jump scared by this! Yeah! Finally! You get a taste of it!